This is a story about how our emotions can control us when we don't fully understand what's happening beneath the surface. It's my personal journey of learning not to stay stuck in triggered emotions, but instead to take time to uncover the root cause, which is unresolved pain or unmet needs from childhood. This story begins when I bring home a toy squawking chicken to my youngest daughter. She loved it at first squawk, and then dread hit me. What was I thinking? She squawked the chicken so fast within a minute of handing it to her, it became very annoying. Very justifiably annoying. And my protector brain turned on. I was not happy with this chicken or how she freely squawked it. I immediately responded with a harsh tone, telling her to go to her room. Over the next few days, the chicken became her favorite toy. In my mind, I was ready to throw the chicken away. I kept thinking, why would I bring a toy like this into my house and give it to the person who would squawk it the most? Ugh! After about 2 weeks, I sat down to process. I know my reaction to the chicken is not really annoyed. So I put my hands on my heart and said, under that annoying is either sad, scared, or lonely. So I sat and felt. It wasn't sad. It wasn't lonely. It was scared. The chicken made me feel scared. So then I sat with that scared and connected to it until it took me back in time to a moment in my childhood that I felt that same scared. I was 11. My parents had a business in the country away from town. So one day, my younger sister and I were riding our bikes. We were riding about a half a mile away from my parents' work, and we had a slight hill with a curve. And my sister falls and hits her chin, and it's bleeding. Now, we haven't really experienced many accidents like this in our childhood, and I was very panicked in this moment. We were a ways from my parents' work, and she is hurt bad in my eyes. At that moment, a truck drove by, offered us a ride back to my dad's work. When my dad saw my sister, they got in his vehicle and headed to town immediately. I stayed behind with my mom, but I went back to the back room because my mom was busy working. And I was alone, with no idea what was going to happen with my sister. So here I am in this memory, feeling the same scared that the squawking chicken had made me feel. I had just discovered some unmet needs. I needed someone to comfort me through the trauma I had just experienced, and also teach me that my sister was going to be okay. So I did just that in my imagination. I brought in one of my current friends, who is a great comforter, to my 11-year-old, and she would have held me and seen how scared I was, and sat with me until I calmed down and felt safe. Then I imagined my mother-in-law coming in because she was a wonderful teacher and a nurse. So she told me all that was going to possibly happen to my sister and that my sister was going to be okay. After this, my little girl felt so much better. I took a deep breath and took in the feeling of peace in that moment. After that memory felt better, I was ready to face the chicken situation. Now I could see things differently. I actually valued my daughter and could see just how much she loved her squawking chicken toy. I did need to set up some healthy boundaries with the chicken, so that's what I did. Out of a joyful heart, I told my daughter, "You can squawk the chicken 3 times around me. Then I'd appreciate it if you go to your room and shut the door, and then you can squawk it as much as you want." She agreed, and we both were happy. The story ends well because my triggered brain got what it needed. So my thinking brain could give value and boundaries. The chicken represents anything in our life that activates our triggered brain into fight, flight, freeze, or fawn. Mine went into fight and wanted to throw the chicken away. But it's not about the chicken. It's learning to pause and allow yourself to feel sad, scared, or lonely in order to uncover the root cause, which is unresolved pain or unmet needs from childhood.